Episode 13 of Christmas Dowries. A shift in the air. Rishi had finished speaking with his father before heading out for a series of interviews. His phone buzzed repeatedly throughout the day. Suraiya checking in after each appointment with a persistence that bordered on protective. Each call lingered just long enough to remind him that someone was watching, waiting, invested. When he finally returned home, the house was filled with the sound of Suraiya and Hassana's laughter, loud and carefree. Rishi offered a tired greeting, but as he turned toward his room, Suraiya's voice anchored him. Hey Rishi, Hassana says she'll speak to her uncle about a position for you. He runs a major firm. Rishi paused, a genuine smile breaking through his fatigue. Oh, that would be really nice. Thank you. There was a quiet sincerity in his tone, the kind that came from both hope and exhaustion. Hassana gave a knowing nod, and Rishi retreated to his room. He had barely begun to decompress, loosening the weight of the day from his shoulders when his sharp knock followed. Hey Rishi, why don't you join us for dinner? We are heading out soon. Suraiya called through the door. Rishi agreed, and soon the three were settled in Suraiya's car, navigating toward an upscale restaurant Suraiya said she frequented. The city lights flowed past them, but Rishi remained mostly quiet, his mind still half caught in the day's interviews. Once seated, the atmosphere was casual, though Rishi remained in his usual shell, polite but distant. They had just begun their meal when a light tap landed on Rishi's shoulder. He turned and froze. It was Arya, the woman he had run into at the sports center the day before. For a brief second, something unguided crossed his face. Surprise, recognition, and something softer he didn't quite mark in time. Rishi's posture changed instantly. He sat up straighter, the weariness of the interviews vanishing as if it had never been there. Hi again, what are you doing here? My family owns this place, Arya replied with a modest tilt of her head, a quiet confidence in her voice. I'm usually here helping out on busy nights. I had no idea, Rishi said, a faint smile forming as curiosity replaced his earlier reserve. He stood up and took a step toward her, closing the distance, and, without realizing it, carving Suraiya and Hassana out of the moment entirely. The table went quiet. Suraiya and Hassana exchanged a long, heavy glance, the kind that carried more meaning than words. Who is she? Hassana whispered, her eyes narrowing slightly as she observed the shift in Rishi. An old schoolmate he ran into yesterday, Suraiya replied, her voice steady, though her gaze remained fixed on Rishi's back, studying him in a way she hadn't before. Hassana leaned in closer, her tone urgent. I hope he knows you like him, because the way he is acting around her. Suraiya shook her head slowly. He's still too reserved with me. He wouldn't even look at me for long. There was a trace of frustration beneath her calm, carefully controlled. Then you need to stop waiting, Hassana insisted. He needs to know you are into him, or someone else will take the lead. A faint, sharp smile touched Suraiya's lips. It wasn't a smile of doubt, it was calculation, quiet and deliberate. Very soon, she said, I don't want him to feel pressured just yet. You need to act fast, Hassana urged. Don't worry, Suraiya said, her voice dropping to a cool, confident sip. Her fingers lightly traced the edge of her glass, her composure fully returned. Whatever Suraiya wants, she gets. Hassana let out a small relieved giggle, reassured by the certainty in her friend's tone, and they returned to their food. Across the table, the conversation continued to drift, but the air in the room had shifted, charged now with something unspoken, something inevitable. Keep enjoying the episodes of Christmas Dowries at christmasdowries.wordpress.com.